Linda Evans Board, 22 Parkview Drive, Finleyville, Pennsylvania, 15332. I have a few comments. I'll save some of them for the end. I think Lori asked about the planning agency because I looked online and I did not see an ordinance for that. So maybe that could be updated so residents could see that. And also, I believe tonight is it via Zoom tonight as well? And is the Zoom on while public comments is on for everyone to see? Okay, I just was wondering. Also, so I wanted to address something that Mr. Sweat, you did a little dissertation at the last meeting you attended. I believe it was your solicitor report. You expanded on legal bills that the township has been paying. You seem to focus on one person, Carla Mader was mentioned several times. I do believe that that's pending litigation. I don't really know too much about that, but the one thing I do know is that we have several, actually 5 lawsuits that I'm aware of, which you didn't mention. And one was, we had a sexual harassment lawsuit, and that was Miller versus Heather Dare. That went to federal court. I believe that was settled, and I believe we paid out on that. And I believe, I'm not sure if we paid the township as well as our insurance coverage. Also, we have multiple road crew grievances that have been filed in the last 2 to 3 years, and that's an incredible cost to the taxpayers. Also, prior years, the prior 20 years, I know of no grievances that were filed by the road department. And I also have a concern about a family man, Sean McQuillan, who is a member of the local 205 that was hired by this board. And he was laid off over a year ago. And there's been various reasons why he was laid off. I think I asked about that right after the building was opened last year, and I think that you expanded on that we were waiting for the tax dollars to come in to see where we would be to bring back the road crew. Well, Mr. Palermo did report that we were fine financially, and the board has mentioned that we're fine financially. And I just wondered why Mr. McQuillan was not brought back. And we only have 2 men on the road crew. And then I've heard multiple supervisors comment about the road crew and their lack of knowledge in doing projects, but yet here in meeting minutes from 2020 in January, when the road superintendent, Ken Puglisi, another man who's filed a lawsuit against the township for breaking his contract, that's another lawsuit that's out there. In his report, he reported as road superintendent, the road department has used 1,907 ton of stone. The road department completed 14 major jobs in the township since December 23rd, 2019. Now that was in January. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work that the road crew that is incompetent and that we didn't need has done. And that's in adopted meeting minutes that you adopted as true and correct. Also, we have another lawsuit out there. Our former manager, Robert Baylock, his contract was broken. He sued the township and he prevailed. Paul Chasko told me that the township had to pay out a cash part and our insurance company paid out. He also sued for hostile working conditions, and he prevailed in that as well. Then we have another lawsuit that the Attorney General, Shapiro, had a grand jury do an investigation. It's Seminio, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, an officer versus Monongahela, that is a resident, a female resident, versus Monongahela Police Department. And there was some sort of assault that took place here in Union Township. And that is still going on. And I was researching that, and Union Township has been named in that, which you're aware of that. I seen a copy of your bill we're paying bills for that as well. We had to answer a complaint in that, I believe in December, according to my research. And then the former road superintendent, Ken Puglisi, is suing the township for breaking his contract with, and if it has anything to, if it's anything like the Robert Baylog lawsuit, he'll prevail as well. So, you mentioned that you were concerned about our liability insurance, and I'm sure the premium has gone up, and I did notice in December you brought in yet another liability insurance carrier. I believe it was Huntington. So do we still have Higbee and Huntington, or just Huntington?
I believe just Township.
So did Higbee drop us?
No.
Okay. Was the reason we're not with Higbee because of the premium?
No.
No. Well, typically you don't leave an insurance company for no reason. But I'm sure that can be looked into as well. If we do lose our liability insurance, or it's something that is unaffordable, with all these outstanding lawsuits, and I'm sure there's more that I don't even know about, and that the taxpayers do not know about, we have literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees going out. As a matter of fact, you have been budgeted $300,000 this year, which is just unbelievable. It's unimaginable in a township our size. If we get shut down, there's no police, no fire, no road crew. Everything is in a real lockdown. We'll see a real lockdown. And I'm just wondering why this is happening in the last few years. I hear a lot about the past board. This board is the past board. This board started in 2016. That's when the change came, the majority change. And there's been a lot of people hired and fired. There's been a lot of lawsuits that we have lost. There's more to come. And I think that I am very concerned at where our tax dollars are going, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And in my mind's eye, there are red flags everywhere. This is not typical. This is not typical of even larger communities. Peters Township, Mount Lebanon, Upper St. Clair, nowhere near this kind of money. This is a real problem, and I think it needs to be addressed. I think that this board needs to look into what is going on and why this is happening. And I think that the people of Union Township should be concerned. And going back to the union issue, I have a real quandary with why a family man, a father of a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old is laid off, and we have a supervisor working with the road crew collecting a paycheck. I have a real problem with that as a taxpayer, as many other people do.
Thank you very much.
Michelle.